Guys, welcome back. We are still on day one of graphing the sine curve. We're just going to continue on with graphing sine curve and some of the changes that are going to happen to the basic sine curve. Okay, we can talk about how each cycle of the sine curve can be divided into 4 parts. We know that this is the 4 quadrants. Its zero value occurs at the beginning, the middle, and the end. And you guys can recall when we have that basic sine curve of y is equal to sine x. We have 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. That's our x value on the x-axis. And our y's, we know we start at 0. We go to a height of 1, back down to 0. To -1 and 0. And what we're saying here is that the 0 value that you see here occurs in the beginning, the middle, and the end. And that's to the basic sine y equals sine of x. Its max occurs halfway. You guys can see right here, this is the max, and this right here is the min value, and that occurs between halfway and the middle of the end of the cycle. But what's going to happen now is that we're going to go ahead and we're going to be graphing y is equal to 2 sine x. So something changes a little bit with this. So we have y is equal to 2 sine x. And we're still going to have those same x values. We're going to go from, in this case, -360 to +360, but you always want to just focus in on these 5 points and then just continue on with that same pattern. But we're going to have 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. And what happens now, the biggest change that I want you guys to notice is this right here, this 2. This is 1. You guys can see if whenever you don't have anything in front, this is y equals 1 sine x, where the amplitude goes up to +1. This is y equals 2. So now our amplitude is actually going to be 2. And you guys can see I wrote down the basic formula or equation for the sine. Y equals A represents the amplitude. This B we're going to get into later on in the unit. That represents how many frequencies that you are going to see from 0 to 360. You guys can see right now we're going to always see this is one cycle from 0 to 360. So when I plot these 5 points, you guys will see that that's going to be the one cycle. So you're still going to start at 0 for sine, but instead of going to 1, where y is equal to 1 sine x, y is equal to 2 sine x, we're going to go to a height or amplitude or a max of 2. Then back down to 0, and then we're going to go to -2 to 0. So you're going to be doing the exact same thing using these same 5 key points, starting at 0, but instead of going to 1, you're going to be going to 2. All right, so you guys can go 1, 2, 3, mark it off, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we have 90, 180, 270, 360, and that's in degree. If you guys want to use radian, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We have -90, -180, -270, and -360. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3. This is going to be 1, 1, 2, 3. +2, 1, 2, 3, -1, 1, 2, 3, -2. Okay, now we can go ahead and start graphing. We're going to start at 0, 0, at 90 degrees. Y is equal to 2 sine x is going to be at 2, 180, you're going to be back down to 0, 270, -2, and then back to 0. So you guys can go ahead and graph that. Again, make sure that you have curve to that. And then you're going to continue on at negative 90. You're going to be at negative 2, back to 0, to positive 2, and 0. And you guys can go ahead and graph that. Okay, we have our domain. Our domain values are the x values. And you guys can see we're going from negative 360 to positive 360. We're going to use bracket because it is included in the set. The range, you're going to see that it's going from low to high. So how low can I go? We're going from negative 2 to positive 2. We're going to go ahead and see that the middle or the midline equation, that's y is equal to 0. So you guys can see here, this right there is the middle. We have increasing. It's increasing from here to here, from here to here. So those are the 3 spots that we are seeing an increase. So from negative 360 to negative 270. We also see it from negative 90 to positive 90. And last but not least, 270 to 360. And then you guys can see the decreasing from this point to this point, that point to that point. So that's decreasing from negative 270 to negative 90 and 90 to 270. Okay, all right, so now we're going to touch upon one more equation and graph one more, and that is the y is equal to negative sine x. And this negative does represent something. This negative represents a reflection, okay? So it's going to be reflected over the x-axis. So I'm going to show you, you don't have to do this each and every time. I'm going to show you guys the original, and then I'm going to show you the reflection, and then I'm going to show you guys what to do whenever you see that. You don't have to graph the original each and every time, but I just want to show you for the first time how this works. You're going to focus in on your 5 key points. We have 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360. And the original y equals sine of x, we have y equals sine of x. We start at 0, we go to a height, you guys will see that it's 1, back down to 0, negative 1, and 0. This right here only wants you to go from 0 to 360, so we really don't even have to focus in on any of this area right here. So we can plot 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. At this point, I am not graphing y equals negative sine. I'm just graphing the original y equals sine of x. So I'm going to go ahead. This is my x. And we're going to 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, negative 1. Okay, so I'm just going to go and plot 0, 0. At 90, we're at 1, back to 0, negative 1, and back to 0. Okay, so a reflection over the x-axis would mean that we're going to be going ahead and flipping it. Okay, so if this point's here, you're going to go ahead and flip it here. This point's here, you're going to flip it, and it's going to be up on top. So you're going to see this here would stay the same. If you're going to reflect it over this, you count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is staying the same. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and back here. So your reflection is going to be in red, and this would be y is equal to negative sine x. So one thing I want you guys to notice is that when you guys do the reflection, you still have 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. You're still going to start at 0, but instead of going up to positive 1, you're going to go down to -1, back to 0, 1, 0. So that's the reflection there. Your domain, you guys can see that the domain is going to always be up there. You're going from 0 to 360. The range, how low? From -1 to 1. Your equation of the midline, y is equal to 0. And again, you guys will see that it's increasing here to here. That's the only spot that you guys will see an increase here. So you're going from 90 to 270. And then your decreasing is from 0 to 90, union 270 to 360. Okay, and that is changing the amplitude and a reflection. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please let me know and I will answer them as soon as possible. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.